So what goes through your head when you get
Like, why are you doing that right now?
Positive.
How dangerous is it out there for you?
It could get pretty dangerous, to be honest.
Can you run us through a story of an experience that might give people an idea of how hectic it can get out
Who's
there?
crushing that jump for
Dangerous.
nothing?
I had this one client who didn't want to like always make them pay me first.
Hold up, y'all crushing that jump for $20? Fuck no. I ain't even giving my dub off for that. I ain't giving 2 cents off for that.
And then like
Y'all
I'll give a
motherfuckers
service
tweaking.
or whatever. He like try to
I
take
wouldn't
the
do
money
that
back
shit
from me
anyway.
and shit. Have like brothers.
But if
and
I
shit
was
that
a
I
nigga to
call
do that
and
shit, I wouldn't even give her a
You
cent.
have some guys that
You too, what it do, man? Straight third, finna get into another reaction, you know what I'm saying? We got a banger right here, shorty. We got Tommy G going to a hood you never seen. For real. Nah, he just like tapping in on the block with the pimps and the prostitutes. Let's see what this one talk about. You know what I'm saying? We don't usually see about no pimps and prostitutes. We usually see drugs and killing, you know what I'm saying, on the streets. It's rare we be seeing pimps and prostitutes. Shit not like the 80s no more, but in certain cities, it definitely is. So let's tap in.
been petitioned by a cop for
Oh yeah.
in
Hell
their
yeah.
cop car.
Hell yeah. In uniform.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we're in Phoenix, Arizona, on the Blade,
Phoenix?
speaking with pimps and prostitutes, getting an inside look at their
Okay.
life and how it is on these streets.
Mr. Pimp. Call me Mr. Pimp. Nah, this shit gonna be funny
You're
as hell.
pimping out of the
Y'all.
kindness of your heart.
For surely.
Does that sound like an absurd statement to make?
Absolutely not. Like when she go to sleep and pray, she praying to me.
That's a crazy statement.
Damn, that hat tough
Once
though.
again, we dive into the world of prostitution, this time in Phoenix, Arizona. This story takes place on the Blade, the term used for the street where women can be seen walking at night looking for customers. The business of sex is a
Damn.
complicated one. Usually what you find is vulnerable women being controlled and manipulated by a devious pimp,
Nah, for
who
real.
oftentimes himself grew up in a rough environment where he saw prostitution from a young age. For a
That
young
nigga
man
look like
growing up
Chief
in
Keef.
poverty, the allure
Oh,
of being
who
a
that
pimp
nigga
is
look like
both financial and
2016
status
Chief
related.
Keef back from the
Monetarily, it's a
dead.
great way to make fast money, and
That's
the profession of
retarded.
pimping has been glorified in rap music, presenting an image of a smoothly dressed man with cars, women, and the latest fashion. Phoenix has long been a hotspot for prostitution and sex trafficking, two things that overlap. Recently, there have been major busts, including one operation that arrested over 300 people in
Damn.
early
They
2023.
on it.
While most of the mainstream media believes talking to some
Nigga,
local
Tommy
vaguely
G be
related
like
to
the
the story in a
news,
corporate
shorty, I'm
setting of an
telling you.
office is the way to deliver news, I believe the best way to get to the bottom of the story is to go boots on the ground and get it straight from the source. Today, we do just that. Our story begins by interviewing a pimp, and as the story goes on, we find ourselves in a motel room with a prostitute getting ready for work and her pimp in the room as well. It's time to hit the Blade.
Damn.
Quick announcement, time is
It's time
running
to
out to
hit
get
the
your
Blade.
ticket. We have a live event in Milwaukee. So if you're in the Chicago area, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, nearby, or want to make a drive, come out to the show. 2 documentaries. It's going to be fun. Oriental Theater, March 7th. Link in description. And now to the video.
That man Tommy G got a whole kid now. Damn.
Rapper ain't doing it right. Hustle hard
He
for
need
them
to stop
bands
going
because
to these
that's what I
hoods,
like.
shorty.
Fuck on a bitch and then I'm out of sight.
Somebody
That bitch
gonna
gave
catch
me
his
ring, yeah,
ass.
that bitch blew my mind.
Seeing how Brett from Chicago got hit.
So it's 5 p.m.
Shit
on a
dangerous.
Tuesday night. This is the first impression of the Blade. We're gonna show you what we see. Just think that this is somebody's reality that 6-7 days a week. This is how they feed themselves, feed their kids. Like, can you
Shit.
imagine a mom being out here? Mom's gonna go out and work tonight. She'll be back in the morning.
That's ridiculous.
A crazy reality to me. They say this is the world's oldest profession, and I wonder if
Nah, for
America's
real,
making
though.
the right calls
It
on how
really
we're
is.
handling prostitution. Would it not be
For
safer
women,
to have
what else was you
brothels?
gonna
Would
do?
it not be safer for the women?
You weren't
for the
allowed to work back
STDs?
then.
You cut out the pimps, which to me are the guys you gotta cut out of this game.
Patreon.
Tell the people where we are right now.
Shit, right now we on 27th Avenue Indian School. That's the Blade, but really that's the start of the Blade. But you feel me? We just gonna say
Sound
that's
like
the Blade.
some,
And what's the
sound
Blade?
like some
You gonna
LA
come down here,
niggas.
you gonna see some fat hoes, small hoes.
I'm gonna be
anything
real,
physical
bruh.
hoes, but you feel me?
That
Everything
pimp
down
shit
here.
had to come from LA, bro. I swear to God, it had to come from LA. Niggas was pimping out New York and up northeast, but not like these niggas out of LA, bro. You can tone. They some real live.
Here get money though.
To me, it's mind-blowing
I'm really
that
out here
a
getting
man
money, though.
can convince a team of
School
women to
yard.
work for him and be on the street, to
Nigga
put their
sound like
body at
Blueface.
risk, and then collect the money for that. How do you manage to do that?
for. We not convincing to do anything. They seeing that we providing them a higher lifestyle for them. You feel me? Some females, they gonna be able to go to college. Some females, they ain't gonna never be shit. They need to run into a nigga like me or a nigga like us. Anybody on our lifestyle that's gonna actually elevate them and be able to give them what they need. Be able to, feel me, put them in their car, put them in the house. A lot of people, they gonna be in their mama house the rest of their life. They gonna never be nowhere. Fuck kids, fuck kids.
For real.
Turn around. You see that? Can't make this up. I almost want to roll the window down.
What advantage do the women have in teaming up with someone like you?
They by themselves, they liable to get broke. When you get broke, you a renegade, you out here by yourself, you ain't got nobody to protect you or help you. Anybody can do anything to you. They know you got a purse full of money, they know you ain't giving it to nobody, so it's on you. You need somebody to be able to watch your back, make sure you safe, make sure you okay, make sure you can eat, make sure you get home safe.
You kind of view yourself as the bank and the security guard of your women.
I'm everything.
When they're out on the street, how much of what they bring in goes to you?
Everything.
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 I mean, everything. Like when she go to sleep and pray, she praying to me.
Damn,
that's a crazy statement.
He wild as shit for saying that.
It is what it is, man.
Do you think that's a fair arrangement that all their money goes to you?
Idolization right there.
Because it's going back to them in the long term. Anything they need paid for, it's coming right out of my pocket, and that's everything.
What kind of things do you buy them?
Okay.
They might need a whip, they might need their rent paid, they might need a house. Their kids might need some clothes, their kids might need some food, their kids might need their daycare paid for. You never know what they might need, but whatever they need, that's why they give everything they got to me, and I'm gonna make sure everything okay.
Tell people what a bottom is.
That's the can rely on. Like, if all the go, they leave, anything gonna you can't trust no to stay, but your bottom you can trust that one. That one ain't gonna never leave.
Did you say
damn?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
When you off on a nigga, that mean like you could be with another nigga, anything. It's really just anything to not to somebody liking. You feel me? Where it's like, all right, you stop with me, but you ain't just stop with me and keep it solid and letting a nigga know what it is. You feel me? You off on me, you did something unrespectable.
And look, just out here she comes back again. How can someone get away with that? That looks like so obvious what's going on.
She ain't doing nothing wrong. She just walking on the phone. You feel me? I ain't see no crime.
Is this something that Phoenix police are trying to bust, or that you have to worry about police?
You for sure gotta worry about police. We go 2 minutes up the street, you gonna see hella police, but like, ain't nobody doing shit. They don't see nothing going on, you feel me? Unless somebody's stupid enough to be seen.
Yeah,
how do you view women?
You gotta hit that corner on they dumb ass.
For real, I love everything about women, you feel me? I don't even like being around niggas. I only like being around women, you feel me? A nigga ain't gonna keep me paid, gonna keep me paid, you feel me?
How would you feel if your sister was out on the blade?
My sister is on the blade right now in Vegas. Unless somebody's stupid enough to be seen.
How do you view women?
Oh, for real.
I love women. For real, I love everything about women, you feel me? I don't even like being around niggas. I only like being around women, you feel me? A nigga ain't gonna keep me paid, gonna keep me paid, you feel me?
How would you feel if your sister was out on the blade?
My sister is on the blade right now in Vegas.
Damn.
How'd you find your way into this?
So the sister on the blade right now,
18 years old, I was
it.
with this little bitch, or really an older bitch, but whole time she was a hoe. I didn't even know she was a hoe. She just always had dough, you feel me? She'd pay for little shit that I had going on, and it came to a point to where she started kind of like, you know, I'm gonna teach you the game. She wanted to see me get paid. You
so an older woman taught you the game.
For surely.
What's the relationship you have with your mom?
That's most likely how
Does she
it
know
goes.
what you're up to?
Yeah, she know what I do.
What does she think about it?
She don't like it, but she gotta respect me. I gotta take care of myself. She see how I'm taking care of myself. She see how I'm taking care of others. You think?
Where do you see yourself on the balance of good and evil?
Straight good. Ain't no evil in me. You feel me? Everything I'm doing is out the kindness of my heart. I'm trying to make sure everybody that part of me, I play my part and we smooth.
Hey, pimps do be on some loving shit. They be fucking with everybody type shit till they get fucked with on some other shit. Like any pimp I seen portrayed in movies, I knew that was doing something like that in real life. You know what I'm saying? They was all genuine and shit. Really love they hoes, really love the men, love everybody. You know what I'm saying? Showing all love.
You're pimping out of the kindness of your heart?
For surely.
Street niggas, like because street niggas would be like,
absolutely not.
Fuck these
what happens if one of your girls comes back and
everything,
doesn't bring $1 home?
She wouldn't even come back, I ain't gonna lie. She know better than to come back and she ain't got no bread. Cause it's like, for what? What you here for? Like, you know?
What's the most a woman has brought back in a night?
Usually a quota is about a band, but you feel me? I done had to bring in like 35 bands in the night before.
Is there a particular day of the week that's the hottest?
Saturday. Okay. Sunday morning.
Is it a dangerous job?
Sunday
For
morning?
me, I know how to play the game right, you feel me? I ain't never in my life been in no danger playing this, but I done heard some stories, but that's about it.
Is it dangerous for the women?
Yeah, I say it's dangerous for them at all times. That if they not protecting themselves, they not making sure that they safe at all times, they not doing their perfect screening. When I mean perfect screening, I mean perfect screening. Cause any little flaw could really have you jammed up.
What makes a good John?
He gonna have to pay and he gonna have to keep paying and keep paying and keep paying.
One thing we've heard in Chicago and Los Angeles from both the pimps and the prostitutes out there is they don't have black customers. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, we don't do no AAs.
What is AA?
That's African American.
No African American customers?
No African American.
And why is that?
It's never really nothing good coming with African Americans. They're usually too aggressive. They want too much. They not paying enough. It's almost like a safety hazard.
Chill. On his own people.
Okay, we're gonna keep going on the blade. Maybe we'll see you a little later tonight, but thank you for sharing your story, and I wish you the best, okay? So we're gonna hit the blade. We're gonna pick up some chicks.
Without having any good street connections that can get me into the rooms with pimps and prostitutes, I decided to try my luck by driving around and trying to pay women for a conversation. This made me feel nervous, uncomfortable, and I struck out more than an 8th grade boy at the dance. Apparently, an Arizona YouTuber went around harassing these ladies before, so they were not too keen for an interview, understandably.
I always feel like such a fucking slimy bastard when we're doing this. It just feels so weird and wrong.
When I visit tough places, I always look for people that are thriving despite the environment. We found a boxing gym, so I figured I'd talk to a coach and hear his mentality and how he steers youth in the right direction.
We're at a boxing gym right now. As you can tell, kids are working out, they're jump roping, they're getting a sweat. And we're with the coach. What's your name, sir?
Rafael Valenzuela. Nice to meet you.
Okay, nice to meet you, coach. ¿Qué es el impacto de la prostitución en la área?
Los niños no se enfocan en eso, ni siquiera voltean a ver a ellos. Ellos vienen y trabajan aquí en el gimnasio, llegan, se van a su casa. No andan en las calles, es diferente para ellos. Acá se van a correr a veces y pues, estamos cuidándolos de que no haya gente que los moleste.
¿Piensa que un gimnasio como esto es muy importante para la comunidad?
Oh, sí, es bien importante porque, como te digo, los enseñas a pelear, pero también les formas disciplina. Cuando ellos crezcan, vayan formándose bien, ya sea para un trabajo, para estudiar, lo que sea, les forma su disciplina para ser alguien en la vida.
¿Piensa que la policía necesita ser más fuerte allí o qué es la solución para esto?
Pues ahorita yo pienso que con todo esto que está de las drogas que están saliendo, que ya ves que hay tantas personas que están envueltas en drogas, también es duro para la policía mantener todo esto pues controlado, porque hay un policía o dos y hay como 100 o 200 gentes en la calle haciendo sus cosas, entonces es duro para la policía. Yo pienso que ellos están trabajando en eso, pero sí deben de estar un poquito más enfocados.
Muchas gracias. ¿Qué tú haces para los niños y la comunidad? So, muchas gracias.
Gracias a ti.
There apparently was a YouTuber that was harassing prostitutes, and so that's making it not very easy for us to try and talk to women. We're gonna hop out on foot and see if we can just get people's stories or perspective of the area.
Okay.
Over 10,000 people.
See, Tommy G be getting that content, but I swear to God.
Israeli drone strike.
They be outside too. I work too much. But this is his job right here. He doing that shit to full effect.
So it looks like somebody's getting
I'm gonna go ahead and react to it. And y'all here with me. You know what I'm saying? If you still here, go ahead and subscribe. We making this shit. You know what I'm saying? This shit y'all like crazy. Prostitutes everywhere you go on this street.
It feels like we're in another world right now. This guy's kind of geeking out right now.
Feeling like I was about to fold my cards, as a last-ditch effort, I decided to go to a motel lobby and see who I could meet. After standing in line for a few minutes, my luck changed when a lady named Roxy got in line behind me. Here's what happened.
Is it normally this slow here? What is it like night to night around here? Does it get hectic?
Sometimes it does. Mainly you have like all the smokers that smoke blues hanging out around here.
Okay.
Sometimes it gets a little crazy, you know, like people fighting and want to shoot each other.
Over drugs or over like the pimping?
It's mainly over. It's not even got nothing to do with the pimping no more. It's all got to do with the pills, like the fentanyl. Like it's not the area to take over.
As far as Phoenix goes, this is the hotbed for pimps and prostitutes, unquestionably, right?
Yeah.
So one question I have is, do you think it should be legal? Should we have brothels where you can legally go, do your business, it's a little safer for the women?
To me, it's a job for them, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just like strippers. It should be legal for them to do it somewhere.
It's wild that she's saying it should, I mean, I ain't gonna say it should be illegal. I ain't gonna say that, but it's wild that a woman would say this shit should be legal, and that's their job. It's wild to even hear someone say that's a job.
To go safe, you know, instead of just walking the blade and then people picking them up.
Let me know in the comments below. You think it's a job
or something like that?
Have you ever heard of a bad story?
It is work. They putting in work.
Man, I've heard of a lot. I've seen a lot of females get in a car and end up in a vacuum alley, gut it up, cut up, I've seen a girl that was on the blade on Northern and 27th, and they found her body in the back of an alley, just laying on an empty bed, no clothes on, stabbed up.
How do you view the pimp in this? Is he a helpful person? Is he a parasite? Is he a bad guy?
I don't think these women need pimps, you know what I'm saying? I mean, why would you need a pimp when you're trying to work for the money for yourself? Some of these women are vulnerable, you know?
What percent of the rooms here you think are dedicated to prostitution?
Travelers in
70%.
That's across the street. And over there, they can bring as many people as they want. Just the other day, I seen these two girls bring a trick over there, and I don't know what they were trying to do, rob him or what, but he busted out their window, and then he left, and then they left. That's crazy. I was like, wow.
It seems like a dangerous world to be in.
Rob is that.
Especially too for the tricks too, you know, because they never know what's behind them doors, or they never know what's gonna happen.
Nah, bro, they can easily get robbed.
Somebody could be waiting for them to rob them and stuff, and most of these females are doing it for the fentanyl, and that's pretty crazy.
Does the pimp get the
Yeah, don't want to fuck with them junkies, son.
No,
Solid.
I think
Y'all
they
this
get
desperate.
themselves
Don't
hooked
fuck
on
with
it.
a junkie.
Sometimes if you follow the girl, they'll come right up,
Look at
right,
them
right
moms.
up on you
Look
and
at
tell
them
you,
teeth.
hey, well, what are you doing bothering my girl and this and that, and he'll point a gun at you and all kinds of shit. It's crazy.
Have you ever met a pimp that you think is a good guy?
I know quite a few pimps. They're all right. Yeah, you see a lot of ambulance. Just earlier today, they had the helicopters and like 10, 15 squad cars. I guess they were on high-speed chase from here.
The motel managers, do you think they 100% know what goes on?
Of course they do. Some of them are with it, and some of them ain't with it.
I guess in some ways I get it. Like, what are they gonna do? Say no, I don't want to feed my family. Like, that's the thing. Like, every person in the chain, at the end of the day, they're trying to survive.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what this whole situation is. Like the
Shit's
homeless,
sad.
the prostitution, the drug addicts. Everybody's trying to survive out here. You know, this world is hard. You know.
Do you have anyone waiting on you right
Yeah,
now?
I have them waiting on.
And then the truck.
No.
Do your thing first, and we can talk.
Yeah,
after.
they're pushing a shopping cart, so they have all my bags in the shopping cart.
So guys, motels like this, they're hot spots, and there's cities, major cities all around the country that someone's day-to-day life, the way they put food on the table is to sell their body. But you let me know in the comments, should it be legal? Would it be safer, better, cleaner if it was legal? Or hey, no, that's a line we shouldn't cross as a society? You guys let me know what you think. And one thing that's a little spooky about doing this is you never know.
I ain't gonna say niggas shouldn't go to jail over that shit. Shouldn't get fined. Maybe motherfuckers can stop the action. So if you get caught in public, yeah, stop that nasty shit. Nasty motherfucker. Hey, I'm over here watching the guy. Y'all lives too.
Like, think about this, picking up
Stop
meat.
that shit,
Back
nasty
in the day,
motherfucker.
you had to meet someone in a sketchy cul-de-sac or
them
an
niggas up,
alley.
don't find them. They ain't
Dude
got
would
no
drive
money.
up, you're nervous, the cops are gonna pull up, and now they have dispensaries. You walk in calmly, you get what you want. You walk out, everyone's happy and no one gets hurt. I think it's pretty similar with prostitution. To see what a future could look like if sex work was legalized, let's look at two different case studies that are out there. In Nevada, the only place in the United States where it's legal, the results have been encouraging. Sex workers report a great reduction in violence, better relationships with police, and like the legalization of marijuana, the counties that have legalized it are enjoying increased tax revenue and tourism dollars that it brings to their area. In the Netherlands, they decided to legalize prostitution in specific districts that they call tipple zones. Cities that have implemented these zones saw a 30 to 40% decrease in incidents of sexual abuse and rape. A study I found from Yale estimates that major cities spend around $7.5 million every year enforcing prostitution laws, and something I thought of is that money could instead be invested to fighting crimes like shootings and theft, things that are a little bit more major. What do you think?
I think they're using that to block it.
They realize got that shit legal out in Nevada. That's crazy.
Travelers Inn's pre-locked down. We're at Miguel. Throw the drone up, see what we can find. There's some weird stuff going on around here.
That's mad wild to me, bro. Shit is legal. You could legally pay for that.
Hey, Roxy.
Hey, bro. I know y'all seen that Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa movie. He said, "You pay for the pussy?" Shorty was giggling.
Are they down?
No. Pay for the pussy. No, for real.
10 minutes. Okay, cool. All right, sounds good. Out in the open. There's someone right there.
Don't simp, y'all. Please.
Thanks. How are you? So I'm looking to talk to people. I'm looking to pay people for interviews.
Oh, no, I'm good, love. Thank you.
No? We just have to make sure we're not walking into a setup.
True, because, yeah, that could be a setup too. I think we should bring up one.
How you doing? Good. I can hop out. You want to meet me at the gate?
Okay.
Here, I'm gonna come out right now so you can see me. These are my guys. What's going on there?
Damn.
How long do you plan on going out for? You're gonna go for 24 hours straight?
That's my goal.
That sounds exhausting.
Not my first time. Probably won't be my last.
So what goes through your head when you get ready?
Like, why are you doing that right now?
Positive.
How dangerous is it out there for you?
It could get pretty dangerous, to be honest.
Can you run us through a story of an experience that might give people an idea of how hectic it can get out
Who's
there?
crushing that jump for
I
nothing?
had this one client who didn't want to like always make them pay me first.
Hold up, y'all crushing that jump for $20? Fuck no. I ain't even giving my dub off for that. I ain't giving 2 cents off for that.
And then like
Y'all
I'll do the
motherfuckers
service
tweaking.
or whatever. He like try to
I
take
wouldn't
the
do
money
that
back
shit
from me
anyway.
and shit. Have like brothers.
But if
and
I
shit
was
that
a
I
nigga to
call
do that
and
shit, I wouldn't even give her a
You have
cent.
some guys that if you need backup,
What
you
the
can.
fuck?
Not everybody has that, you know. I didn't have that at first.
Is there anything you can tell about your clients or customers like?
A lot of them are still married and literally cheating on their wives, and that's crazy as fuck to me.
What percent of your clients do you think are married?
Probably over half of them.
Wow. Does that surprise you?
Yeah.
What percent of clients
No.
are wearing rubbers
Shit
and what
don't
aren't?
surprise
Oh, I don't do anything without a rubber, so
It seems like it would be pretty risky to do it without a rubber.
yeah, I mean, you're basically just gonna kill yourself. I know a couple girls that that do anything for $1.
Can you tell me more about your story or how you got into this?
I'll be 23 next month.
What?
And I've been doing this since 17.
What happened when you were 17?
Oh
that you
yeah,
said, "Hey, this is
she's
what I wanna do"?
crushed.
Well, I mean, my mom actually, I'm from
Thought she was
Indiana,
30.
actually. My mom moved us back out here to Arizona, and we didn't have anything. We didn't have a house, we didn't have a car, we didn't have shit. And then my mom left me out here by myself.
Your mom left you out here by yourself?
Yep.
Where did she go?
She moved to Florida with her mom.
So is this kind of just survival?
Yeah.
Yes, is there anything you think would be important to tell
The
people
fuck?
back home that might not know anything about this world?
Don't be so judgmental towards people. I'm a peacemaker. I love peace. You don't know what the next person's going through, really.
How long do you
She
see
really
yourself
going
doing
through
this
it though,
for?
y'all. Pray for her.
Honestly, I don't know, but hopefully not too much longer.
She
We've done a
23,
similar
man. I
piece
hate
in
to see it
Chicago
on there.
and Los Angeles.
She
and
young
one
as
thing
hell
we've
to
heard
be
from both pimps and prostitutes in both
pimping
those areas
and
is
getting
they
pimped.
don't do black customers.
And looking like
Yeah,
that,
dude.
she too young.
Too risky.
Yeah.
What
She
percent of
sound like
women out here you
I
think have
swore
pimps?
she was
I
30
think
off the voice.
Back then, when I first started working, versus now, it's a lot of renegades now. Versus when I first started working, there's a lot of pimps and hoes.
And do you think pimps are helpful or do you think they're hurtful to the business model?
As long as they're not a gorilla pimp, then they can be very helpful.
So you kind of need a pimp to survive in some ways?
Yeah.
Is the game plan basically to find customers and bring them back here?
I do car dates.
Is that the most common way
Yeah.
of doing it?
Yeah.
Are there any weird fetishes that you come across?
This
Yeah.
one guy, he hit me up. He's like, "Are you able to like?" I didn't know what scat play was until I had to Google it when he asked me to do it. Scat play? Who? I didn't know people like really like stuff like that.
For any family or friends that might be out there wondering
What?
how you're doing, is there anything you would like to say to them?
I'm good. I'm alive. Shit, they can hit my line. But I do have a son, and I do see myself being more active in his life.
When he's not with you, who
What?
does he stay with?
My baby daddy's mom.
Okay, that's good. You in the game or formerly in the game?
I'll never leave the game.
How young were you when you got into this game?
9.
9?
Yeah.
Who got you into this
Okay.
game at 9?
Just watching. Born in Los Angeles, California.
Did you grow up on Figueroa?
Yeah, I know about Figueroa.
Did you have any
Okay.
family members on the blade?
Cousins, females.
Did they teach you the game?
Yeah.
How old are you now?
34.
Now that you're older, more mature, is that kind of wild to think like that you were that young and put in those type of situations?
Yes. Actually does.
So you
So
grew
I
up
hear
on
all the
Figueroa.
time, pimps take 100%
Came out
of the
to
money.
Arizona.
That to me sounds absolutely crazy.
That's what I'm
What you're
telling you. A
taking.
lot of these niggas
Some
came
niggas
from
do what you
LA.
gotta do to you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, whatever she go for, that's what it's gonna be. I mean, there is some that do that. There are some that run their program a little differently, you know?
So if people think, man, a pimp is just a parasite, do you agree with that or do you think that's, or do you disagree with that?
It can be, but see, you got motherfuckers out there giving pimp a bad name.
Is pimping a lucrative business?
Very.
What's the most you think you ever made in a month?
30.
It's like an investment banker's income. It's not
That's
bad.
all right.
Do you ever feel bad for some of the
An investment banker? Fuck no. 30?
That's what made me stop. A lot of these girls were.
You gotta work your way. Nigga, that's a 60-year-old investment banker who's been doing that shit for years. What are you talking about? It's 30 times 12, y'all.
It's the root of all evil. It's what makes the world go round. It's the best thing on earth. Don't make anybody do anything.
360
down a
rocks.
trick and collect money?
Dang.
Yes.
A lot? On the scales of good and evil, where do you see yourself?
I see myself good.
What percentage of women out there do you think have been sexually abused or abused as a kid?
A lot.
What percent of pimps out there do you think have been abused as a kid?
See, that's what I'm saying about this word pimp. You got boyfriend pimping, gorilla pimping, freak body pimping.
What is a freak body pimp?
These dudes out here that don't care. They'll pimp a tranny, they'll pimp a gay dude, this shit is wild, B. Like, this shit is illegal. Flag on the motherfucking plane.
This shit is illegal.
Money, hey, but I ain't gonna be selling a boy pussy. That's how.
What the hell?
Have you ever been in danger doing this job?
Every day I'm in danger. 144 years.
A pimp got 144 years?
You know, another one that got 422 years.
From Arizona?
Jesus.
420 years? After Steve mentioned that he knew of pimps that got 144 year, 420 year sentences, I was curious to know the legal ramifications for each of the characters in the story.
Wild.
Pimps, prostitutes, and Johns. And it
That
turns
shit
out it
should not
depends
be
on
no
the state.
charge
But let's
like
take
that, bruh.
California, for example. For a first-time offender of someone pimping an adult, they typically get a sentence of 3 to 6 years. But a really bad pimp who's involved in sex trafficking and more may get a few decades in prison, like this Milwaukee pimp did
sex
recently.
trafficking, get
For the
them
women
out of
caught
there.
soliciting sex, most states agree that it is better to help the women than heavily
Sex
punish them.
trafficking, get
Because
them out
of this,
of there,
prostitution
bitch
is
ass nigga.
typically a misdemeanor, and
You
instead
taking
women are
kids
steered
from
towards
they
programs
families,
like
bruh.
probation, mandatory AIDS testing, and community service. And now for the Johns. Let's take Illinois, for example. Cook County Sheriff Tom Dart noticed a discrepancy in the Department of Justice statistics. In 2010, 43,000 women were arrested for prostitution, and only 19,000 Johns were arrested for soliciting it. He decided he wanted to go after the Johns soliciting sex and launch his National John Suppression Program. When the Johns are caught, they're given a ticket and a fine, and the money from their fine goes to support counseling and job programs for the Women's Justice Program, a program that supports the sex workers the police catch to steer them into a better future.
Imagine a mother selling you 422 years in the Department of Corrections.
That's insane.
All because of a stinking ass bitch.
I learned a lot. Do you have any final thoughts?
If you can get out of it, get out of it. If you don't put anything in it, don't expect shit out of it.
I appreciate that, nigga.
Straight up.
Appreciate that right there, cause a lot of these young dudes want to keep staying in the same. You can get out of it, man. Get out of it. There's so much better shit to do out here with your life, bro. I'm telling you.
The fact
shit
worry
ain't it.
about them and think, every day that shit on these
And if you
streets
win
is
it,
gonna
stay
be
smart.
okay, but
Stay out the way, stay
there's so many
diligent.
girls that came up
There's a lot of girls
for
that
real.
are missing right
that
now.
are missing. They found girls that the tricks took them and raped them and left them in the alley. There's a girl that they found over here on Northern too, and they found her in a suitcase.
In a suitcase.
In a
Chopped
fucking
up in a
suitcase, chopped up.
That's the worst part about it. Like, they don't have to walk the blade. I think that's the cheapest hoeing you can ever do. Internet, cool. That's more.
The internet's the worst.
What? That gets dangerous
That
too.
is-
You can have somebody lying to you about who the fuck they are.
Yeah.
Cam it up. You can get through it, just cam it up.
They used to have where get on the internet and do just phone. You don't have to touch nobody, go see nobody. I think that's the safest way.
I feel like if it's
Yeah,
that easy,
because
then
that's only
nobody
fan
will
right
be
now.
doing it.
Right.
You know what I
That's
mean?
that's the number one fear of what's
keeping
going
them
on
up.
right now. These women are ruining themselves. Syphilis, gonorrhea. Like, these women
I
are
haven't had an
catching,
STD yet.
and by the grace of
Some
God.
girls do take care of themselves, You got some girls walking out here like, damn, like they look like high class prostitutes, Like their shit don't stink.
What's the percentage of them that are not going to doctors, getting checkups, and it's
They're
high.
not going to doctors.
For those that do take care of themselves, kudos, respect to you. Handle your
They not
scandal.
going to
But the ones that
doctors,
ain't, you need to get it together.
That's their lack of love. They don't have that person to teach them that
Right,
shit.
that's what I'm talking about. Like the ones that don't try to take care of
And
themselves.
that's what the fuck is going on upstairs.
Are the ones that go out and have sex for like $20, $30. Girl, you're really cheating yourself.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
You know?
a baby come out of there. That
Shorty
shit is
definitely
priceless.
doing
At the end of the night, they're gonna pay for
One
it.
pimp told me one time, because he wanted me to work for him, he told me, girl, you sitting on $1,000 right now. I'm like, what the f*** are you talking about?
It says the men in the Bible, quote unquote, men were made from dirt. We came from dust, dirt, where we will return back to dust, dirt. women were handcrafted. And then they said that we shall not lust. I can't help it. Shit, look what you made.
Do you guys think that
he said, "Look what you
sex work
made."
should be legal? That there should be
Nah,
brothels
for
where
real.
women can
Woman
work
was
at?
sculpted.
Yes, I feel like it'd be a lot more
Sculpted
safer.
for man.
Yes, it would, and most of these women wouldn't be getting killed out here. A majority of the killing that's out here is coming from prostitutes getting killed.
Because this job involves women getting into cars or motel rooms with men they've never met, this profession carries a great deal of risk. Sex workers are some of the most common targets for killers. Take, for example, the Chicago Strangler, where 50 women over the last 20 years have been killed, and almost all of them sex workers. When you mix the social stigma of the profession and police forces overwhelmed by cases, the result is many of these killings go unsolved, and the predators out there are aware of this.
A lot of these women are also hoeing for their addiction, just to stay high.
How much has fentanyl changed the game in hoeing?
Oh man, fentanyl fucked that game up. By far the worst drug that ever hit.
The
American soil.
fentanyl be
18
hitting,
months
y'all.
clean off of it, man. Let me tell you, by far that was the best feeling, the best choice I ever made in my life was to stop with that.
What can you say about the power?
Whoa.
It's terrible. I wish I was never.
Shorty was off that
I was
fent.
smoking like 100 pills a day.
What percent of the women out there you think are addicted to drugs in some way?
Probably like 2% don't do drugs.
I'd say a lot of them do it just to cope with what they're doing.
What we have to go through, yeah.
Do you ever enjoy yourself with a customer? Like this is kind of a fun part of the job, or is it never fun?
Yeah, sometimes there's like good customers.
Have you ever been petitioned by a cop for sex?
Oh yeah.
In
Hell
your
yeah.
cop car?
Hell yeah. In uniform. Right here on the Bible. On my child's life.
Are they good customers?
Yes.
You be the best one.
On God.
Did you like
Maybe the
cop
best
customers?
one.
No.
Why not?
They can switch up at any moment. You never know.
This girl told me too that she had a cop. He would be her regular, and she would go attend to him. And when she told him she didn't want to do that no more,
He gets upset, and now you want to change the
Yeah,
rules
he
and
go be
be a
to
little
jail.
bitch.
he tried to put her in jail and stuff.
All right, guys, we'll stay safe.
Damn, that's
All right.
retarded,
You
bro.
guys stay safe out there.
Hey man,
folks,
what y'all
that's been
think about
Inside
that,
Look at
man?
This
Cops
World.
actually using these women for sex and paying them, you know what I'm saying? Hey, but they've been doing this for years and years and years and years, bro. This shit ain't nothing new to America. Ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing new to, you know what I'm saying? All these countries that been established a little while.
Prostitution, the people behind it, the stories behind it, and I hope you learned a lot, because I sure did. The mission of this channel
Nah,
is always
for
bring
real.
you the rawest and the real shit of what actually goes down here on planet Earth. Mainstream media is never going to show you this, but I will. And a shirt that we've launched, don't believe the
They
lies.
not.
Support the channel, get it on the store. Thank you for joining me on this journey. We'll see you guys next week.
Hey, bro, Tommy G really going to them places the mainstream not showing y'all, bro. They really not. Like when we tap into these videos, he really be going to the most wild blocks, the most wild strips, most wild shit be going down. Now he talking about pimps and prostitutes. You don't really see this shit on the internet no more. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to see shit like this, go ahead and subscribe to my channel because we tapping into everything, bro. This shit real out of the news over this side. Nah, for real. Get at me.